Hey guys, it is Tony and welcome to my channel and welcome back to my stay. And we are doing a collab video for Memorial's Day. I have procrastinated, so it is the day it's supposed to be released and I am up. It is 9:30 in the morning. We've placed an Instacart order for some of the groceries we'll need for our recipes we're gonna make for our Memorial Day cookout. So we'll be grilling out on the barbecue grill. And then I'll be making a couple of sides here in the kitchen. And of course, what's a Memorial Day feast without some hard-boiled, well, deviled eggs? I mean, who can do it without deviled eggs? We're gonna do the deviled eggs in our pressure cooker. I'm sure you guys have seen that 1,000 times. I'll take a couple shots of it just as I'm doing things today, but I don't want this to be a hugely long video. So welcome you guys. And I know it's been a minute. I've been doing so many lives to get my monetization done that I haven't been as present on my recorded videos, and so I appreciate this collab with all these fine ladies. They're all in the description box down below. Make sure you check them out. I believe there are 16. I've seen about 3 or 4 of them already come up on their premieres today, so I've been checking them out as they come up and making sure to give them the love and support that they deserve for all their hard work too. So make sure you check out all of those ladies. But what's on the menu? Let's talk about it real quick. So I've gotten into the freezer. For those of you that don't know, my husband fishes. He fishes. I don't know, it sounds wrong. But I have a redfish on a half shell. You can buy these at like a seafood counter or something like that if you don't fish and you can't get them. But this is a perfect way to grill a fillet of fish on the barbecue, is when they have the half shell on the back. It becomes like a natural plate. So that is awesome. I am thawing out a chicken breast, just one chicken breast. I'm gonna set these in the fridge. I just pulled them all out of the freezer. I don't eat fish or seafood, but it's good for keto, but it's good if you're not keto too. So this can go for anyone, keto or not. And then I have some shrimp. So I am going to do some marinade and stuff on this seafood here in a little bit, and the chicken once it gets thawed, and then we'll get onto our sides. So I'm going to do a kind of take on a sweet and sour teriyaki chicken and some veggies. And then my husband doesn't eat veggies, so he'll have the seafood, and we're gonna do some skewers for the shrimp, and then we're just gonna cook the half shell as we prepare it. And then I'm going to do a cucumber tomato salad with a little vinaigrette. It is delicious, but it's one that you want to make a little bit ahead of time and let it sit, because it just gets better whereas it sits in the fridge. So we'll get that pulled together. And then I'm just going to do some grilled veggies for myself. And then I'm going to, of course, have the deviled eggs. And for dessert, we're having a raspberry cheesecake, which I already made and unfortunately did not film. But I will link the recipe down in the description box below and give you a couple pictures of what it looks like. I can go pull it out the fridge now if you need, you know, I might at some point today if I think about it. But anyways, I'm gonna start moving around the kitchen, getting things set up, getting ready to make these marinades, get these things ready. And like I said, I don't want this to be an hour-long video. So I'm gonna go, stop rambling, and get on with the day and get our stuff started. So I'll see you guys here shortly with the marinade instructions. Okay guys, it's been a day. Said I had an incident at work, had to go to the urgent care. Turns out everything's fine, so we're back on track. I was losing my biscuits for a minute, but we're good to go. He's fine. Okay, so we're gonna get everything marinated. I didn't do it earlier because I want to make sure, you know, that we're moving forward. Don't look at my dishes. I've been meal prepping and I've been doing other things than this video at the same time. So, all right. So we've got our half shell and our shrimp here in this bowl, in this Pyrex plate. We are going to be using some lemons, but I don't put the lemon juice and lemons on until right before I'm going to cook them, because we don't want ceviche, and the acid in the lemon will start cooking the fish. So we don't want that, because we got several hours before we're going to be cooking this. So we're just going to get some olive oil. We're going to go in with the shrimp and the fish with all the same seasonings. So once I do this, I'm going to take a fork and I'm going to poke the the fish. I don't even know what I'm saying, guys. It's been a day. I'm just going to poke this everywhere, because this is kind of a thick piece. Sometimes I'll score it. It's just kind of up to how thick it is. So I'm just going to go ahead and use this, because I'm afraid that it will cook and fall apart if I score it, and because it's so thick I won't be able to pick it up off the grill. So we don't want that. All right, so we're just gonna go in with some basic seasonings. We're going to use some garlic and onion powder, and I'm not gonna measure these things, guys. I just kind of sprinkle it. We're not gonna do a lot because this is a small serving, so of course just adjust this to, you know, what you've got going on, how many you're making. So, all right, so we got just a little bit of this everywhere. We're gonna use a lot of this, some lemon pepper. So we're going for a lemon pepper seasoning. Of course, you know, being that this is a powder, of course, it doesn't want to move. We're gonna get a generous amount on here, and we're gonna let this soak in, and we're gonna get some salt. Let me grab the salt. I got pink Himalayan sea salt here. You use either kosher salt or whichever kind of salt you prefer, and you want a kind of good portion of salt. And we are going to just put a little bit of Italian seasoning on here. I like to put it in my hand because this thing like pours out. And then we're just going to make sure this is all rubbed in real good. We're going to get this covered with some cling wrap and back in the fridge until it's time to cook it. We're going to use some butter and lemon, so those are 2 more ingredients you'll need when you get it ready to go on the grill. So easy peasy. Now, how do I turn off the camera? I'll be back in a minute so we can season the chicken. Okay, so because I don't like the fish or shrimp, as I said before, I'm going to make me a chicken breast. But I decided to go a little Asian with this instead of doing lemon pepper. I'm not really a fan. I have some fresh ginger here. If you have like ginger paste or something in this form, like of ginger, you could use that too. You can use some dry ginger, whatever. Because this is only one breast, and ginger is a very, very potent. You don't need much. I like to grate it. I think it just gives it more. So you could slice it real thin, however you want to get it into the marinade. So because it's just one, like I said, I'm not using a lot. I'm going to use a little bit of this ginger paste. You can use fresh ginger, you can use the minced in a jar, you can use whatever, but I really like the paste. So this is some garlic paste. Okay. We're gonna grab our coconut aminos because this is our keto version. So we're just gonna put a couple of shakes in here. I'm gonna use just like maybe a 1/4 of a cap of some rice wine vinegar. Okay, now we have choices. You can either use a brown sugar swerve or a golden monk fruit, like whichever that you like better. I tend to like the monk fruit, but I think the brown sugar swerve is what I'm going to go with because of it's a lot, I don't know, mushy. I wouldn't say that, but you know, pliable. Well, we're not going to use a lot because this is only one, so I'm going to go in about a 1/2 teaspoon. That was a 1/4 of a teaspoon measure, so it was a heaping. And we're going to get this in here with some olive oil. We're going to, let me use this spoon. Why dirty another utensil, right? So we're just going to get this in here. And if you think that this might not look like enough marinade, just add a little bit of water. You just don't want to add too much more. I'm going to do a little more olive oil. Okay. So before we get our chicken with the marinade, or you can just put some of these seasons like in the marinade, I'm gonna just salt my chicken breast on both sides. Yeah, I hate touching raw chicken. And then I just put my fingers right back in my salt thing. Yeah, so we're cleaning that out. Good job, Tony. Very professional of you. I'm gonna put some cracked pepper. I'll be wiping all this down with Clorox wipes, so. My mistake. We're gonna get some on the other side. Okay. All right. So We've got it salt and peppered. You could go with some garlic and onion powder or whatever else that you feel like would make you happy. We're just gonna take this marinade, pour it down over our chicken, and try to get all of it out. You can actually make the marinade on top of the chicken if you wanted to, so you didn't lose any in the bowl. But, you know, it's been a stressful day. We're just getting it done. All right, so we've got our marinade on this chicken. We're gonna flip it over. Just like make sure we're getting as much of that all over the chicken as possible. You could cut this into strips if you wanted to. I think it stays juicier like this. Now you could air fry this, you could bake it in the oven, you could pan fry it. You could, you know, oil is your oyster, do it however you want. But we're gonna take this to the grill when we grill the fish. So we'll put this in the oven, cover it with some foil, some saran wrap, put it in the fridge and let it hang out with all the flavors on here, and it's gonna be delicious. We're gonna get some veggies. We'll use the little bit of marinade in here to season those veggies too, and we'll have kind of like a Asian stir-fried chicken on the grill. On to the next step. Hey guys, okay, update, we are working on the salad. So I have diced up 2 cucumbers. And I just wanted to point out, I was just going to cut the tomatoes and not say anything, but I just realized I might want to say this. Take the seedings, just down here. Ooh, knock it over. I just squeeze them and kind of take my paring knife and just kind of scoop them out. If you leave all that inside, it'll be really soggy, and I'm making an extra because I love this salad, and Sid won't eat it, so the longer it sits, the better it is. So I'm gonna keep doing these tomatoes, and I will check back in with you guys in a little while. Okay guys, another update. I have cut up the tomatoes. That almost fell. I used up just half of this thing of tomatoes, and I cut 1/2 of a white onion. I normally use a purple onion or a red onion, but that's what they brought me, an entire bag of these. When I ordered 1 onion, they brought me a bag of onions, so I need to use these and I don't want to waste them, so we're going to use these white onions and make it do. I'm going to get some stuff together and we're going to season this up and get it in the fridge. My fridge is getting full, guys. About to go to the garage with this stuff. Okay guys, it's time to just season up this cucumber and onions. I'm just going to use some salt. I like a little good amount of salt. I think it brings out the tomatoes. We're going to use some pepper, of course. And this cracker is like so slow. I could stand here all day. But we're gonna get some pepper in here. I just done the pepper before I turned on the camera. It calls for parsley. I would typically put some fresh parsley. I don't have any, so we're just gonna go in with some Italian seasoning because I'm gonna let this sit. It is not, and you don't need as much dry as you do fresh, so I just use a good pinch of that, a little palm full. And then we're gonna go in with 1 tablespoon, I just eyeball it, of apple cider vinegar, but make sure you shake it up. And so we're gonna do about a tablespoon of that and about a tablespoon of olive oil. Stir this up, cover it, stick it in the fridge. Done. Salad. Okay, I'm gonna toss this up, get it with some saran wrap in the fridge. On to the next one. Okay guys, I call it an audible. So since they brought these peppers instead of the bell peppers I wanted, we're gonna do, and I thought, you know, this is something Sid would eat too. So we're gonna do a cream cheese stuffed mini peppers. But while we're waiting for our cream cheese to soften, I thought I'd circle back to the eggs. I've already cut them all long ways, taken out the yolks. I have them here smashed in a bowl. We're just really going simple. A little bit of garlic powder, just the littlest bit. We're gonna do 2 big tablespoons of mayo. I'm using Duke's because it's sugar-free. I'm making such a mess here, guys. You have no idea how much mess I'm making over here. I'm just gonna get some black pepper in here. So I'm just gonna give a dab of yellow mustard. Remember, this is not very many eggs. And then I'm doing some smoked paprika. And that is what we're putting in here. You could add some dill in here is good. You can add pretty much whatever you want. The Lord is your oyster. I'm gonna actually put these in a Ziploc bag, cut the corner, and pipe them back into the whites. I think it just, I don't know. It's to me it's simpler, but some people, if you just want to spoon it in, you can do that. I don't think I need to share the filling of the eggs. And I'll dust the top of them with some additional paprika, and that will be our deviled eggs. All of this is really quick. It's just getting it all together. Alrighty, see you back in a few. Pro tip, use a cup for the Ziploc bag to put in the filling. Just thought I'd mention. Thought I'd show you just how I do one. I don't want to show you all of them. Done. And it's pretty. All right, guys. Okay, guys, these are done. I totally didn't save a few for me to snack on. I haven't eaten. I've been cooking for y'all. Okay, guys, we'll be back with the pepper stuffing. Okay, guys, we're cleaning out these peppers, but I'm just gonna say something right now. If I have to hear one more sad animal cruelty commercial on TV, I'm turning it off. I have it muted right now. The sad puppies and all that, oh my gosh, it's killing me. Anyway, I'm having these down the middle, and I try to get to the middle of the stem so it has a little stem on there. It just aesthetically looks better, not required. But if you happen to have one of these, which is a serrated grapefruit spoon, it will be your best friend. If not, you can use a paring knife. I just have a trash bowl here, and I'm just cleaning out the seeds and the ribs. I'm getting these ready. We're gonna make our cream cheese mixture, and then we're gonna get these all stuffed and wrapped in bacon and ready to put on the grill because we are almost ready to fire it up. Been a minute. Okay, guys, I'm making the filling. So I have cream cheese. I have a half a cup of, I'm using a Mexican blend cheese. We're gonna have some salt-free seasoning and a bunch of black pepper, so I'm not gonna use a grinder because it's aggravating the crap out of me. But you're gonna use about a half of a tablespoon. I have a salt-free, this one's from Aldi's, salt-free seasoning. Get that in there. We want a bunch of black pepper in here. Now, I'd normally put green onions in here at this point too, but Sid doesn't like them, so I'm gonna put some in part of these. So I'm gonna get this mixed up, you know, and if it doesn't blend together easily, pop in the microwave for about 20 seconds and it will help you get everything combined. So just get this all combined up. We're gonna go back to our Ziploc bag and then fill these peppers, just like we did the eggs. See you back. Okay, guys, a quick update of what we got going on here. So I've filled all of the peppers with cream cheese, with the cream cheese mixture, and I'm just wrapping them in bacon and putting a toothpick to secure it. Now, most of these big ones I used a whole strip, and then some of these smaller ones I used a half a strip, but just make sure you're getting as much of the cream cheese sealed in as possible inside the bacon. So you just wrap it around and you just stick a toothpick through it and you're in money. So I'm gonna keep wrapping. We're headed to the grill. Okay, we're about 30 minutes out from going to the grill, so I'm pulling out the proteins, the chicken and the fish, and I'm gonna put the shrimps on some skewers, and we'll be ready to head to the grill once it sits that comes a little bit more room temperature. So we're moving along. All right, guys, skewers ready to go. Okay, guys, crisis averted. We had to borrow lighter fluid from the neighbors. Anyway, Sid came home early from work to help me with this and then mowed the lawn because he didn't want to do a video with our grass high. So now it's time, while he's doing the charcoal, to squeeze lemons, turn into ceviche. We're not trying to make ceviche. So the next place you'll see me is outside at the grill. Come over. All right, guys, I'm gonna let him get these on. We got all the peppers on and my battery's about to die, so. We're gonna put the shrimp on. And our skewers. Yeah. We're gonna put this flesh side down. Normally we would do it just skin side, but it's a thick piece of red fish. So we got that. And throw that chicken. Alright. Everything's on the grill. See you back in a few. We're checking our peppers here. They're starting to get a little cooked on the outside. Bring them more over here. See, the cream cheese is starting to run out of that one. You can turn it over.
And this one over?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you're just going to cook these until they're kind of brown on one side, and then you're going to flip them over so the cream cheese doesn't all run out. We've got our skewers here.
I'm going to put these over here.
We're going to go ahead and put these. Look at those grill lines. Beautiful. Okay, he's going to flip this half shell here in just a second. I just flipped them.
Half shell's ready.
Yeah. There you go. Get some grill lines on there. I'm gonna flip over this chicken.
Put this chicken back here in the back.
We're just moving things around where the heat is. I just put that. There you go. We're just basting the red fish with some lemon pepper and butter, just to keep it from getting dry.
Put some on the...
No, that's teriyaki.
Oh.
Alright guys. There you go. Flame up. That'll be good. Alright guys, here is my Memorial Day feast. My chicken, shrimp kebabs, the half shell, and the peppers. And then we have our raspberry cheesecake, which is absolutely fabulous. And then we have our deviled eggs. So now to make some tasty beverages in order to end out our evening. Hey guys, I am red, hot, and sweaty. So I hope you liked the video. I hope you check out all the other people in the collaboration. I'll have them linked in the description box down below. And give this video a big thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please consider doing so. Glasses are fogging up. That's how hot it is here. So anyways, as I say, and I mean with my whole heart, thank you so much.